Graduates and guests, we begin today's awards by recognising exceptional achievements through the conferment of an honorary degree. The award to be conferred today is to John Vary, in recognition of his outstanding contribution to the Future Skills campaign and creating opportunities for Kingston University and its students. And I would like to invite John to stand while I introduce him to you. John is a futurologist, and I didn't even know that was a job title until I met John a few years ago. And it just goes to show you how fast the world is changing, and that you, as graduates, may go on to do jobs that don't even exist yet, with technologies that haven't yet been invented. In March 2022, John became involved in Kingston University's Future Skills campaign, and he has supported Kingston ever since, chairing a business and political roundtable last year, attending report launches in the House of Commons, penning testimonials for our Future Skills reports in 2022 and 23, and sharing our story and his commitments to our way of teaching and thinking about higher education. And who better to support Future Skills than someone with the job title Futurologist? Since the first meeting over 2 years ago, John has volunteered his unwavering support to Kingston University, to our staff, and importantly, to our students. Not just for the Future Skills campaign, but, and perhaps most importantly, developing a committed long-term relationship between the John Lewis Partnership and Kingston University, bringing opportunity and benefits to you, our students. From live business challenges and hackathons to mentoring, career talks and employability fairs, there's nothing John can't and hasn't done, and we are grateful that he has given so generously of his time to support our students. What is most inspirational from John's story is not necessarily the skills that he has acquired and how he uses them now, but the journey he has taken and the challenges he has overcome to be here today, including navigating dyslexia and neurodiversity. I will ask John to share his story with us now, but hope you will join me in congratulating him on his achievement and honorary award today.
Provost and Deputy Vice-Chancellor Helen Leville, esteemed faculty, honoured guests, and today's graduates of Kingston University, it is with immense gratitude and humility that I stand before you today. As a futurologist, I get to tell stories that help people think differently about the future and its relationship with the present space. However, today, I invite you to join me as I reflect on some of the experiences that have influenced the person I am today. I am the eldest of 5 siblings raised on a council estate in Peckham, South East London. At 11, I began my first job as a barrow boy on a fruit and veg stall in the local market. Those 4 a.m. mornings pulling the barrow to its home on the high street were brutal. It was an experience mingled with joy and harsh realities, like witnessing violence that was unfortunately part of life in Peckham in the 90s. One evening on the stall, one of the other boys was stabbed, with my 9-year-old brother just standing feet away. This was my first and definitely not my last experience of violence growing up. Education was another chapter filled with its challenges. I briefly attended college, but for various reasons, I ended up dropping out. I was lost and found myself back at the market I once worked on, but this time I was working as a butcher, and it was the worst experience of my life. I was locked in the freezer, I had knives thrown at me, and it was a nightmare that I vowed never to find myself in that situation again. And this led me to do something different, more permanent, so I set my sights on joining the London Fire Brigade. There I was in the middle of the parade square in full uniform, climbing to the top of a training tower, and I truly believed that my dream was going to come true. But despite excelling in many areas, I stumbled at the final interview. However, my career path took an unexpected turn. I found myself working in the post room at Shell, where I encountered a side of society brimming with compassion and support, and to be honest, I didn't want it to stop. So I kept going and embarked on a series of vocational adventures. I worked as a school cleaner, a lifeguard, I played in the FA Cup, I was a porter for the Department of Health, and I even sold body bags and school lunches while living in Milan. I also helped lawyers when back in London learn how to communicate with their teams across the world. The next chapter in my story was transformational. I said yes to an opportunity to work at Burberry, the fashion company, and it was at Burberry that I discovered my true identity and thrived among some of the most creative minds in the industry. I got to travel the world and work on some amazing projects. I then joined the John Lewis Partnership, and if Burberry was where I developed my identity, the partnership is where I learned how to apply these new skills and the importance of community. Though my educational journey has been unconventional, my passion for continuous learning remains unwavering. Alvin Toffler, in his book Future Shock, aptly stated, "The illiterate of the 21st century will not be those who cannot read and write, but those who cannot learn, unlearn, and relearn." These are truly words to live by. Another aspect I am deeply grateful for is my mental health. In 2022, I was formally diagnosed with dyslexia and ADHD, and this neurodiversity has been a significant challenge throughout my life. However, what once seemed like obstacles have now become my superpowers. I'm grateful for every failure, every panic attack, every neurodiversity I've encountered. These experiences have shaped me into the person I am today. The process of trying, living, growing, and failing has been invaluable in preparing me for the future. I am grateful that Kingston University reached out back then and asked me to contribute to their future skills strategy. I have loved speaking to students, faculty members, as well as employers. It is our collective responsibility to shape how current, emerging, and future generations learn, unlearn, and relearn. And I feel at home at this university, and I really look forward to continuing this relationship. So here is the gift I want to leave with you today. These are the 3 cardinal principles that have guided my life thus far. Number 1, always embrace kindness and empathy. Remember, our true legacy lies not in the materialistic accolades we gather, but in the positive impact we imprint on the lives around us. Number 2, believe in the power of your individuality. In a world teeming with voices and opinions, let your unique beliefs and values be your guiding grace. And last but not least, number 3, never cease to evolve. The path of learning and growth is infinite. Embrace change, for it is the only constant in our dynamic world. And remember that a mindset geared towards growth and adaptability is your most valuable asset. Graduates of Kingston University, your journey is just beginning. You have the power to shape the future, to create a world that is more inclusive, innovative, and compassionate. And as you leave here today, carry with you the lessons learned, the friendships forged, and the dreams that have taken root in your hearts. Remember, you are not defined by the past, but by your actions and choices in the present. Be bold, be kind, and never stop dreaming. The world is waiting for you, and I have no doubt that you will make it a better place. Congratulations to you all, and thank you very much.
John, by the authority vested in me as Provost of Kingston University, it was with great pleasure that I confer upon you, John Vary, the degree of Honour of the Doctor of the University Honoris Causa, in recognition of your outstanding contribution to the Future Skills campaign and creating opportunities for Kingston University and its students. Congratulations and many thanks.